So, Brent, now let's move on to ownership succession. What are the options for distributors when they are ready to pass the reins to a new owner, and I guess what are the pros and cons of these options?
Well, one thing that's obvious, especially these days with so much merger and acquisition activity going on with the wholesale distribution world within our world, a sale of the company to a third party is clearly on the minds of many owners because companies are, again, selling at attractive prices. And, of course, the most attractive companies get the best prices, but there are buyers, both financial, meaning private equity firms, that sort of non-strategic buyer out there. There are lots of strategic buyers as well who are looking to add quality companies to their existing organization. And there's such a thing as a quasi-strategic buyer, which would be a private equity fund that may have a platform company in a wholesale distribution industry but would like to bolt on some other companies to their platform business, and that makes that financial buyer really a quasi-strategic buyer. So lots of buyers out there, and one option is sale to a third party. Another option, though, is an internal sale. That would be a sale to a key employee of the company. Oftentimes, in a situation such as that, the price may be an arm's length price, but there are special financial terms available to the key employee or key employee group that's going to buy the company, whereas they can use what people sometimes call bootstrap financing, meaning they can use the company's own assets essentially as collateral for a loan by borrowing some of the money from the seller, who becomes a secured creditor to the company. Another more complex way of key employees buying a distribution business is to use an employee stock ownership plan, whereby a minimum of 30% of the stock is sold to an employee stock ownership trust. This requires the use of independent appraisers. There's a bank loan that's needed to finance the transaction. Under the right circumstances, an employee stock ownership plan offers some terrific tax advantages. There are also some drawbacks to ESOPs, and they can be complex. Of course, another alternative to a sale, either to an insider or an outside party, is to pass the company down through the family, and that can be financed any number of ways. In fact, in some cases, the senior family members step aside and just receive some compensation for the balance of their careers, a balance of their lives maybe, as consideration for the sale of the business or the transfer of the ownership to the next generation. Lots of issues come into play there, including tax avoidance. Nobody wants to pay taxes they don't have to pay, either gift and estate taxes or income taxes. There's the question of using life insurance to fund family buyout agreements, whether there are employment contracts for the older family members when they retire, but they're going to continue receiving income. There's often family-owned real estate involved. Many times the family business comes down to a lifestyle type decision, which is you're looking at selling your company. Is it worth more to you than it would be to somebody else? And many times, if there's a qualified family member available who wants to run the business, who's capable, etc., it's better for the family to keep the business within the family and not sell it. But those are really the options.